Hello, this is a Smith's heater box for a 1972 Reliant Regal. We're going to be restoring this today. First of all, that spins very freely. I've taken a few screws out. I've got the screws here now. Got them. So what I'll do is I will put them in a pot. Okay, right, put them in a pot. Now, there's these screws here. I don't have any WD-40, but I do have some 3-in-1 oil. So let's put it around there. Oh God, that come out very fast. And just dab it around. Obviously try not to get it everywhere because this stuff does stain. Just give it a bit of a rub with your finger. I'm not even sure if this is going to come off, but what I'm planning to do is clean the whole inside of the heater box, because I'm guessing there is a bunch of spiders in there. It's quite dusty, it's quite old, and I don't want to be driving down the road and the heating goes. Now I'm just working on the front of the bonnet. There's nothing really, there's not really, I mean I could work in the shed, but that's a slight mess. And it probably should clean that up. But not in this video. This video is cleaning the van. So we'll try these 2 screws, and yeah. Here's the top, but there's some rust, there's some movement in there. So I'll get this open. If that doesn't come off, then we're in a mess. But I've wire brushed it down. It's still slightly, and then when I do, it's just falling off. Just dab some primer on there for now, so it's all nice and smooth. Find some sandpaper, wet sand it, dry sand it, and yeah, as you see, this thing's staining in, so I'm gonna get these screws out. Okay, so guys, that one come out, but this pain in the arse didn't. So I'm either gonna have to whack it out with a hammer. It's probably the best idea, or the smarter idea, drill the screw out with a drill. That's probably the best idea. So I'll go and try the first one, then the second one. Guys, I've whacked it, it's worked. Look at that. Right, here we go. Right, let's just, screw will be okay for now. Right, let's try and get this off. Oh, that ain't coming off. That is literally not coming off. So, plan. We've got to lift it up. Right, it's moving slightly. I'll check you guys back in a minute. Oh my God, guys. Here we go. Oh my God, that's so rusty. Oh dear. That is rusty as hell. Oh my God, there's literally... It's from the garage. Oh my God, look at that. Okay. Now, I've never worked on something like this before. But all I do is try not to touch them, because they're like radiator and they can bend. I need to get all that cobweb out. Oh my God. There's actually not too many cobwebs. There is a old spider there. Really, this can be just slightly wire brushed down, so it won't be as bad. Because this is old, I'm guessing this is copper, so you got to go quite weak with a wire brush. I'm going to bend that back there. There we go. Now these are slightly bent. But you can see it's got the copper shine on it. So I need to find a socket which will fit that. So we can get that wheel off, soak it in water, and get it all mint. Now obviously what I need to do is, because there's a rivet in there holding this in, I need to mask this all off in here, because I'm just going to sand this down to bare metal. But look at that, that's like an old bit of foam, the old foam bit. So I'm going to just proceed to take the foam out like that. And then all I'm going to do is, ideally I should probably take this top bit out. So I'll probably have to get grips and do that, because I'm not sure if I have a spanner which will fit that. Will that fit? No, I think it's an 8mm. I don't believe I have an 8mm. I did have one, but I don't know where it's gone. Lost it. So I'll get something to fit that. Ain't that a 19? Because I do have a 19 here. I don't think it is. I think it's either a 12 or it could fit. I think that's a 19. Okay guys, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so that should come out. Okay, so it's on a little thing. So let's get a bit of 3-in-1 oil in there. Just get a bit of that so it comes off. So I'm not working all on rust on it. Now I'm not going to oil all these up because I don't know what these are for. I think these are like the radiator blowers. So obviously that will probably need service. But I think it's alright. It just needs a clean up. So that's what I think I'm going to do. Guys, I found an 8mm spanner. It is an 8mm. I'm very smart. Now you guys know, all you Reliant specialists, well, all you people who have one of these and need to restore one, it's an 8mm spanner. So I wish this was a ratchet release, but okay, well, I'm going to take this off. We shall be back with you in a minute. Okay, so here it is. So this is for, I'm guessing, the electronics. So I don't really want to, okay, lifted that off there. So that's for the thing. So what that needs to do, that needs to be, I think you can just push that out, I believe. Oh no, stop spinning. It's like seized up. Okay, so that's it. So that spins round like that. Now that, I don't know how I'm going to get it off. I don't think there is a way to get it off, so I'm just going to clean it in there. Now, I'm going to get some sandpaper and sand it around here. Just some quite weak sandpaper, just so everything's not going everywhere. But I do want to try and keep some of the original paint on for the originality of it all. But first of all, I just need to clean all this crap which is in here. Now look at that, that's a piece of metal or something it's got in there, and it's actually melted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get, where is the stuff on this? And then I'm going to just do it like that. No, just leave that, because that is a story. But I would have gotten it off, but I'm just too paranoid. If it was off a newer car, I probably would have got that off. But because it's a 70s car, I'm too paranoid it's going to get broken, and I would not want that to get destroyed. This whole entire unit. So these boys, they're actually, because obviously over the years, they have got a bit sharper. But that, obviously, they're different thing to that size. Now, I've got quite bad anxiety fixing this because I won't want anything to get broken. So we'll just see. We'll see how it goes. Obviously, this doesn't come out, no. So just put that back in the position that was in. Okay, so we'll see what happens. I'll get some sandpaper, clean it down. For this, I'm just going to leave that because that's electronical. So yeah, and the cap, that will need a clean up, but that is quite easy to clean up anyway because it's the cap. So anyway, we'll sort this out, clean all this up. So by the end of this video, it's going to be in primer. Obviously, all these screws, I can't lose these because these are old threads. And obviously new threads aren't the same. So I'm going to proper sand it down so it's all smooth and nice. And then we're going to get some Saris on there. Now I'm not sure, there might be enough just for the thing, but I do need to mask these off. So I just plead I don't get any paint because I am going to be pissed. So yeah, we'll just see how it goes. The first bit of bare metal showed up. So basically, it's quite a coarse piece of rust. Even though it's surface rust, I am struggling a bit. So set the wire brush. See how it goes. Quite a nice turnout on the side here. So I'll just keep going, see how it goes. Now guys, this isn't the best primer job. But listen, it's alright. What I've basically done was just lightly primed it because this is the only primer I have and I've run out. So just really just get it restored. I've slightly sanded in here, it's quite hard to sand. So I think I'll be assembling it up today. I could red oxide bit, but as you know, red oxide gets a little bit of a mess. So for now, ooh, I was looking for this soft black gloss. Perfect. So basically, I'm going to use this, get a bit of on this. Wood, melamine, plastics, radiator, MDF, lead. Well, this would be classed as a radiator. So it will work. Anyway, I'm going to brush paint it here. Now, sorry if I keep pausing stuff for this video, but it's just annoying. You know, things, because I mean my place is a slight mess. Sure, let's open the black abyss. Started sanding this down, but I just want to get the whole thing. I just want to open this nice, very nice pot of paint up with this lid, which can actually be easy to be accessible. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, look at that. Right, let's get this down here. Oh, this is going to need mixing up, I'm guessing. I need a paintbrush. Okay guys, just quickly mix the paint up. Oh yeah. Now guys, listen, this is probably not the right kind of paint for this, but I don't give a damn because this is going to be mint when I'm sorted with it. Smiths. Right. Okay. Right. Let's film the whole painting process. really nice. So just mask these off with a bit of don't have sellotape, so masking tape, so I just use some brown tape to mask it off. Now these things here, they're copper thing. So these are, I'm guessing, but this is coming off. So obviously I won't want this to get inside of it. So just give it a really good spread. Now I've wet sanded it down. I used my sander just to get in the cracks. Now there is still a bit of rust on, but I'm just going to paint over it because it's in the areas where it's not possible to get. Like this, you see the little bits of rust there. It feels a bit ragged, but I'm sure when this is on, this is going to dry very nicely. So we'll just see how it goes. It's possibly going to be, you know, it's going to be really nice. It's going to be shiny, and when I open my bonnet, it's just going to make the whole engine bay just look way better, because obviously this is at the top of the engine bay. This is the most important thing of the engine bay. So I mean, just dab it in and, you know, just make it look good. Get it around the edges like that. But I mean, this is quite thick kind of paint, so this is right out there probably going to be you know, a fully restored Smiths thing. Now Smiths are known to make like clocks for race cars and stuff, but Smiths actually do make the clocks for my van. So if you wanted to know that, Reliant gauges are made by Smiths. So I don't really know much about Smiths, but I've seen in the car magazine that you know, like a parts auto magazine, that Smiths still make gauges today. So I don't really know a lot about them. All I know is they're just called Smiths. So that's that all painted for now. That's the first coat. Gonna put this brush, gonna lean it up against my toolbox. This should take about half an hour to about an hour to dry. So we'll let that dry. We'll put it here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on the bit here. This bit. And look how rusty that is. So I need to, because it's quite actually thin metal. It's not your thickest metal, and obviously it's thinner because of the rust. So sand it all down with my sander. This is this little sander I picked up from Aldi. Get the rust right off. So first of all, I'm going to wire brush this all up. Obviously, a bit of back planes there. So I know this is a bit done, but what I'm going to do is just chuck a bit of 3-in-1 oil just on there, so it's all preserved. This is what I did. Rub it in like that. Like that, yeah. Now, obviously, will spread around. And then what you do is, this is my little trick. Get a wire brush. Hang on. Okay, right, what we're going to do, we'll sand that like this. And then when that's like that, what I'm going to do, yeah, is this is a bit of water that I got. So just put that on there. Yeah, and you see how it's running? Just have it on a flat surface. Put it like that. yeah. And then just grab this, do it around, yeah. So you're not working in all the rust which is gonna flake off. It just makes it that little bit easier, and it's not gonna flake off. I know you'll think, oh, it's rusting, but I will sand it wet in a second. And it's just like, so you just don't, you're not really just going to be messing around with it. So that's good. Okay, let's sand this down. And basically, he was a hoarder, and it's just like he's brush painted this up with acrylic. This is acrylic paint what I've got in my hand. But you know, he's 70 years old and he can't look after himself. And look at that. Look at that. That is, look how badly cracked that is. Underneath it's absolutely mint. That's it underneath. Need some new tyres putting on it. But look at that at the back there. Now these bumpers are quite known to crack. I watched Daniel Killift and he's restoring an old Royal Mail one. It was fucked underneath. And it was just screwed and it was crap. And Daniel, what he did was he literally restored it all. The other one I had, that was screwed, totally crap. That was definitely not. That I don't think that'll be driving on the road in a few years. But I probably should have had the back bumper off it, cut it off, and plastered it back on. But oh well. I suppose this is the original one, and you know, it's going to live on. Now there's a little crack back there. I bet you're wondering, why has it been cut out? Well, there was a tow bar on this for some weird reason. Don't know why. But look at that. Look at that. That's the fiberglass. It's had so dodgy repair on the back of it. It's literally just like, it's kind of ruined at the minute. My dad will do it eventually because I have no clue how to resin. But that's the resin. Look how bad in condition it is. Look at that. That is screwed. So yeah, it needs doing. But for now, it's good. Anyway, back onto Smith's. Right, so what I'd like to do is just going to lean it up against my toolbox. And I'm going to paint it like that. Paint, paint, paint. Now, it's got a 750, this van. I might eventually 850 swap it, I'm not sure. Might just keep the 700 in because I don't want to be driving a Reliant Robin. This isn't a Reliant Robin, this is a Regal. And I'm sure David Jason and Only Fools and Horses, they didn't swap a 800cc in. I'm sure they didn't, they just used the old clapped out 700. People say that there were 600. Jamie D Garage said it was a 600cc, but it's not a 600. It's a 750cc, and also it's not a 1970s Reliant Regal Superman 3. It's a 1972 Reliant Regal Superman 3. Well, they did make them in the 70s, but they weren't as popular in the 70s, and they was known as the plastic pigs. The junk, pieces of junk. I have been to where they made them in Tamworth, and they've got a pig there as a statue to basically just commemorate them. They've got a bunch of them on the side there. When John Haynes last owned Reliant, like in Tamworth, they went bust. That was in I'd say the mid-80s, early 90s. So yeah. So, what we're going to do is, when this is dry, we're going to put it back together, Yeah, it's going to be good. We'll put it back together. And it's just going to be really nice. Now, obviously, I haven't put enough coating on here. But I probably put a bit too much on there. There we go. But it's really nice. It's such a nice turnout. Obviously, I haven't painted underneath because I can't. That is underneath. So, of this unit, I can't really paint this. But it's really good. So, what I'm going to do is, with this bit here, I'm going to dab that in with that microfiber cloth that I just had. Because, obviously, it's slightly tacky and I want it to dry, but I don't want it to be, oh yeah, all dust went on that then. I don't want it to have all paint thing on it. Now this paint, this is just some, this is from Wix's, this paint, and my dad picked it up because he's built a brand new gate in the back garden. And basically what he's done is he painted the frame and then painted over it. So he doesn't need this paint anymore. So what I was like is, I'll find the paint and put it on this. Now this is only fence frame paint, but it works a trick. And anything's possible. And it's just great. So what we'll do is we'll do this, because that's dry now. That's drier now. There's a few bits we need to tack up. This bit here, like that. But there's nothing really. It just needs one coat of probably thick paint. You won't see the side bit there, so it won't matter as much. But I might go over it again just because this is my project and I want it to be the best. There we go. So yeah, we'll let this dry and yeah, we'll just. What I'll do is I'll bond it in with this and dry it out. There we go. There we go. Dry. And it's still probably slightly wet, but if I can just dry it off slightly, that'll be great. Now obviously this, it weathered and it was quite bad condition, weren't it? But this is, you know, it's easily restorable. And it was in quite bad nick. The condition, it was critical. And the inside, you wouldn't notice. You'd think it's all mint in there, fully restored, no rust. But I mean, there is a tad bit of rust, and you know, there's got to be possibly a little bit of rust on something this old, 50 years ago. I mean, don't get me wrong, I could paint inside, but I don't want to, just in case if something happens. If I'm driving down the road and something happens and these blow up or something, because obviously this is, I'm sure this is connected to the radiator, because these are like radiators here. So obviously I won't want them to get something happen, so the paint to touch it. So I was like, you know, I thought to myself, I won't bother painting inside. I won't bother sanding all it up inside, because obviously it's in quite bad nick, and well, it's in okay nick, but I won't want it to get into bad condition. So that's why I haven't done it all inside, because obviously it being, you know, something might happen. A bit of primer's touched it there. But it's only a slight bit. If I get really thick paint in here, start going it over and get it all on that, I just don't think it would be a good idea. So, but just pick the smart way and think about it a little bit. I know I'm not the radiator mechanic, but it's quite good. I mean, this is copper, so it's going this colour. So I did get the wire brush and I went over it, as you see, just to get it going again. Because obviously it hasn't been used in a few years, because this van was parked up 12 years ago. No, actually about 14 years ago, which was when I was born. So, you know, that was quite the thing. So to be fair, this 14.5 years ago, it hasn't really been used. So, you know, so yeah, it's just the matter of time, really. So, I mean, this is a 70s van, and you can tell it's been driven around quite crap. The engine, it was all covered all in oil, like really thick oil, and it stunk really bad. So it's never had an oil change. So hopefully next month we'll get the oil in, and yeah, it's just I want to get some bits fixed, ready for it to go. So I thought, yeah, well, I'll do the heater blower thing, and I'm sure we can get that mounted in today. So yeah, it's all a matter of time. I've taken a video to get reference, and so I can remember if I need to rebuild it up again. So yeah, it worked the trick, and it'll be fantastic. So yeah, so I'll do another video when, well, we will carry on the video when it's all dry and we'll need assembling. Here we go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to screw all them screws in. So yeah. Oh no, I dropped everything. Great. Okay, well, I'm going to find them and I'll be back. Has it absolutely mint Smiths air conditioning blower. Probably one of the best projects I've ever restored. Quick, nice project. So let's mount it on. Okay, so also whilst we was there, quickly painted that as well. Oh, that's just a bit of rust. So as I'm gonna put that on there, because you've always will wait for this. Pull shut up there, give it a nudge. There we go. He's on. Look at that. We'll get him on like that. Screw him on. So I believe that's a 10mm. Screw that on, but look, it's on there. It's mint. It's you know, working. Now obviously with the inside of there, I lost a screw. Need to find it. But it's all good. So anyway, that's the end of it. One project good done. We'll be on to the next one. I mean, they need fixing. They probably need a sand. So there's a lot of things which I need to do. Anyway guys, see ya. Now guys, listen. I know we ended the video, but I had to add this on. Now I'm missing a pipe. All the pipes are on. Just got to tighten that one up. Painted them slightly with a brush, but they are still a bit tacky. Caught the edges a little bit. Look at that. Look how beautiful that looks. It suits it, makes it look great. I'm really impressed with how it's turned out, really. This is probably one of my best restorations, and I'll definitely do something like it again. I did find the nut finally, and I just would do something like this again. I think it's turned out great, as you see. We've got a lot of, you know, tighten that up. That's a brand new bolt, well, slightly new. I found it on the old Reliant Rialto mirror that I had, and actually I might knock this mirror off and get them off. So yeah, there should be a bolt there underneath something. So yeah, we'll just see what really happens, because this had Rialto mirrors on, because obviously these 70s things, you know, but I'm not having them on because they're crap to me. So yeah, pretty good then. Thanks for watching.